What's happening inside Camp Nou right now is nothing short of a full structural transformation. Across the stadium, everything is moving at once. The compression ring is advancing, the lateral roof system is taking its final shape, and interior zones are entering deeper construction phases. But today's update brings something even more important. The first flange in the new exterior pillar configuration has now been installed. Massive structural deliveries continue non-stop, and Facade lama installation has suddenly picked up pace across multiple areas. So the big question is, are we now finally seeing the beginning of the stadium's real final roof structure? Let's find out. We begin at the corner area, where structural activity is clearly intensifying across multiple points. In the diamond structure, progress has moved ahead compared to previous days, with several sections now shuttered and prepared for the next construction phase. Inside and outside the structure, workers are carefully tightening and aligning panels so that everything remains stable during future concrete works, while the rear section still awaits additional formwork. Around this zone, preparations are already in place for upcoming compression ring elements, with materials being positioned nearby for upcoming installations. At the same time, Facade lama installation is visibly expanding, with a continuous line now forming beneath the false ceiling, showing fast progress in this sector. Additional guide systems are also being installed on the sides, confirming that more sections are being prepared for the next installation wave. Shifting into the lateral zone, we see strong advancement in the compression ring, which is shaping the future roof structure at a steady pace. A new flange has been lifted and secured under the crane, marking another important step in this structural sequence. The system now clearly shows its updated configuration, with exterior pillars and radial beams pointing inward, defining the new roof geometry. Flanges are now positioned in front of the pillars, highlighting a visible structural shift compared to earlier stages. Even though the lifting moment wasn't captured, the installed element reflects the massive scale of the roof system, with only a few components still remaining in this section. Moving into the second cantilever zone, early interior and structural development is now clearly visible beneath the third-tier stands. The first phase of construction is underway, with new concrete block walls being built for future bathrooms and service areas. Across the zone, murets are already defining future corridors that will connect restrooms and catering spaces toward the main structure. Further inside, scaffolding and formwork systems continue supporting unfinished concrete sections in the middle logistics level. Nearby, the VIP and diamond structure zone also shows steady activity, with waterproofed areas visible and regular deliveries of pipes, ducts, and materials continuing on site. At the South Gol area, structural progress is clearly visible with a large number of new supports now installed on vertical beam connections. Multiple anchoring points are already in position, forming the base system for upcoming Facade lama installation. Workers are actively using a platform lift to measure and align guide systems between anchors, ensuring precise positioning for the next phase. This section has now shifted fully into preparation mode, with all key elements being aligned for facade work. Stepping into the mobility core and VIP zone, we can see ongoing precision work carried out using platform lifts and structural tools. Workers are tightening anchoring points and securing connections that were previously exposed around the pillar area. Inside the VIP zone, a concrete pump is present, while other lifting platforms remain on standby for upcoming tasks. Lower sections show welding activity and ongoing installation of steel brackets, with several elements still requiring anti-corrosion finishing. Overall, this area is progressing steadily through anchoring, finishing, and structural preparation stages. Entering the Gol Norte corner, heavy structural activity is visible across multiple working levels. A new radial beam has arrived and is being positioned for installation, confirming continuous progress in this sector. On the upper levels, platforms are working on tightening and inspecting vertical connections from the main beams to ensure full stability. Below, guidelines are already installed under the false ceiling, clearly marking preparation for upcoming lama installation. At the same time, surface treatment and protective painting continue across different structural elements, with progress visible in multiple sections. Inside the midsection of Gol Norte, active work continues across several structural points. Workers are applying anti-corrosion paint on bolts using spray tools, ensuring long-term protection of key structural components. Nearby, structural pieces are being adjusted and lowered while platforms operate around main beam connections. Higher levels show ongoing inspection work near the radial structure, confirming continuous structural monitoring. Elsewhere, several brackets are already installed while others remain pending, with a crane ready for upcoming lifts. At the Tribuna corner section of Gol Norte, structural tube-based work is actively progressing across multiple levels. Workers are tightening tubular connections and aligning structural elements for the next construction phase. Above, platforms and cranes are preparing for the installation of additional beam elements in this sector. Below, facade support points remain pending, while deeper inside, tubular frameworks continue to be assembled step by step. This area remains in an early structural stage with continuous preparation for upcoming installations. In the Tribuna area, activity appears relatively calm compared to other zones of the stadium. A platform lift is currently carrying out surface repair work, smoothing and fixing slab sections for proper finishing. Below, large stacks of sandwich panels are stored, confirming ongoing interior development of the core structure. On the right side, installation work has not yet begun, and several upper sections still require completion. Overall, this zone remains in a mid-construction phase with finishing and material preparation still in progress. We reach the final corner section of today's update, where structural activity is still visible across different levels. A platform lift is operating in the background while workers adjust mechanical components near the upper structure. Deeper inside, platforms continue working, although overall activity is lighter compared to other zones. In the lower section, vertical connection points are already prepared for future facade support systems. This area continues in a transitional phase as preparation work moves toward the next installation stag. And that brings us to the end of today's full Camp Nou construction update. From the corner structures and compression ring progress, to the lateral roof transformation, interior cantilever development, and ongoing facade preparation, the stadium continues to evolve step by step across every direction. Some zones are already deep into installation phases, while others are still in preparation mode. But together, everything is clearly moving toward one final vision. We'll keep tracking every major change as it happens on site. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one with even bigger progress.